The Dallas Cowboys, one of the most iconic franchises in NFL history, have just made a bombshell announcement that has sent shockwaves through the sports world. In a move no one saw coming, the team has confirmed the unexpected departure of one of its most prominent players, a player who has been a central figure in the Cowboys' resurgence over the past few seasons. Fans are stunned, sports analysts are scrambling to make sense of it, and the locker room is reportedly shaken by the news. The name at the center of this developing story, none other than Micah Parsons. Known for his electrifying plays, unmatched athleticism, and game-changing impact on the field, Parsons was considered a cornerstone of the Cowboys' defensive identity and arguably their most valuable player, not named Dak Prescott. His sudden departure has raised a whirlwind of questions, and it's not just the fans demanding answers. Everyone is trying to understand what led to this seismic shift in the Cowboys roster. Parsons was drafted in the first round of the 2021 NFL draft and immediately established himself as one of the most dangerous linebackers in the league. His combination of speed, intelligence, and physicality made him a nightmare for opposing offenses. Within his first 2 seasons, he had already earned Pro Bowl honors and was being discussed in the same breath as the league's elite defenders. Under head coach Mike McCarthy and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, Parsons thrived in a hybrid role, lining up both as a traditional linebacker and as an edge rusher, where he wreaked havoc on quarterbacks. So why would the Cowboys part ways with such a talent, especially in a season where expectations for a Super Bowl run were higher than they've been in years? The answer, it seems, is as complex as the player himself. Early reports suggest that the decision was labeled as mutual by both the Cowboys front office and Parsons' camp. However, sources close to the situation hint at underlying tensions that may have been brewing behind the scenes. It's no secret that the Cowboys have been navigating a tight salary cap situation, with multiple high-profile players nearing the end of their rookie deals and contract extensions looming, such as CeeDee Lamb and Trevon Diggs. The front office had some difficult financial decisions to make. Parsons, entering the final year of his rookie contract, was likely seeking a record-breaking extension, and rightly so. His production, leadership, and marketability arguably made him worthy of a deal that would have reset the linebacker market entirely. But apparently, negotiations reached a stalemate. According to insiders, Parsons' representatives were demanding top-tier edge rusher money, putting him in the same category as players like TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, while the Cowboys were hesitant to commit that level of financial investment due to concerns about future roster flexibility. The situation escalated quickly over the past few weeks, culminating in what was described as a respectful but firm parting of ways. Parsons released a short statement on social media thanking the Cowboys organization, the fans, and his teammates for their support. He emphasized that the decision was not taken lightly and that he has nothing but love for Dallas. Meanwhile, team owner Jerry Jones also addressed the media, noting that the organization will always hold Parsons in the highest regard, but felt that it was time for both parties to move forward on different paths. This explanation did little to calm the nerves of fans, many of whom are still processing the shock. Social media platforms are flooded with reactions ranging from sadness and outrage to confusion and fear about what the future holds. Some fans feel betrayed, believing the team has made a grave error in letting go of a once-in-a-generation talent. Others are trying to stay optimistic, hoping the Cowboys have a long-term plan to compensate for this major loss. the timing of the announcement has also added to the drama. The Cowboys are currently in the middle of OTAS, organized team activity, which is a crucial phase in offseason preparation. Losing such a key player during this period creates an immediate leadership vacuum on the defensive side of the ball. Parsons was not just a playmaker, he was a vocal leader and a locker room presence whose intensity and passion set the tone for the entire defense. Now, the burden of leadership will likely fall on veterans like DeMarcus Lawrence, Leighton Vander Esch, and Jaron Kearse, who must rally the unit and maintain morale heading into training camp. From a schematic standpoint, defensive coordinator Dan Quinn is now faced with the challenge of adjusting his game plan. Much of the Cowboys' defensive success in recent years has revolved around Parsons' versatility. His ability to line up all over the field created matchup nightmares and gave Quinn the flexibility to disguise coverages and pressure packages. Without Parsons, the team's defensive identity may need to be completely reimagined. And in terms of possible replacements, the Cowboys could explore several options. Internally, younger players like Damone Clark and Jabril Cox may be asked to step up. Both have shown flashes of potential, but lack the experience and consistency of Parsons. If free agency also presents opportunities, although the pickings are relatively slim this late in the offseason, still available veterans such as Deion Jones or Zach Cunningham could provide a short-term solution, while the front office may also consider a trade to bring in a proven defender. The NFL draft, however, has come and gone, meaning the Cowboys won't be able to address this hole with a blue-chip rookie until next year. That said, don't be surprised if Dallas becomes very active on the trade market as teams begin to finalize their 53-man rosters later this summer. Parsons' departure also raises questions about the Cowboys' overall direction. For years, the team has been caught in a frustrating cycle, flashing potential during the regular season, only to fall short in the playoffs. Many thought that 2025 would be the year they finally broke through. Like, with Parsons anchoring the defense, Dak Prescott playing with a chip on his shoulder, and offensive weapons like Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb entering their primes, the roster looked ready to contend. Now, the loss of a defensive cornerstone has thrown those expectations into uncertainty. Are the Cowboys rebuilding, retooling, or are they still all in on winning now? Jerry Jones insists the latter, but actions often speak louder than words. Micah Parsons, wherever he lands next, is sure to be a major asset. Several teams will undoubtedly express interest in adding a player of his caliber. Speculation has already begun about potential landing spots. Could he reunite with former coaches elsewhere? Could a defensive juggernaut like the Baltimore Ravens or San Francisco 49ers make a move? Or will a dark horse team come out of nowhere with an offer too good to refuse? Wherever he goes, Parsons is expected to command a lucrative deal, and his impact will be felt from day one. For Cowboys fans, however, watching him succeed elsewhere will be bittersweet. It's never easy seeing a homegrown star flourish in another uniform, especially when the breakup feels preventable. This situation also puts immense pressure on the Cowboys front office. Fans will scrutinize every roster move from this point forward, every coaching decision and every game result through the lens of Parsons' absence. If the team struggles, questions about this decision will only grow louder. If they succeed, it may validate a high-risk strategy aimed at long-term flexibility. Either way, this moment marks a turning point in the Cowboys' 2025 season and potentially their franchise trajectory. In many ways, it's reminiscent of other controversial departures in Cowboys history. DeMarcus Ware, Dez Bryant, and even Tony Romo come to mind. Each departure brought heartbreak and controversy, but also paved the way for new chapters. The hope now is that this decision, painful as it may be, leads to growth and ultimately success. As fans, all we could do is react, support, and hope. It's okay to be emotional. It's a testament to how much Micah Parsons meant to this team and to the fan base. His energy, his passion, and his will to win were infectious. He gave everything to the star on his helmet, and for that, he'll always have a place in Cowboys history. The road ahead won't be easy. Questions about leadership, defensive production, and overall chemistry will hang over the team like a cloud. But football is a business as much as it is a game, and sometimes tough decisions are made in the pursuit of long-term goals. The departure of Micah Parsons may be the most shocking development of the Cowboys offseason, but it's also a defining moment. How the team responds, how the locker room galvanizes, and how the front office adapts will shape the narrative of this season. As we await further updates, stay tuned to this channel for the latest development. We'll be breaking down every move, every rumor, and every reaction as this story continues to unfold. Make sure you're subscribed, drop a comment with your thoughts, and hit that like button to support the channel. This is one of the biggest stories in Cowboys history, and you better believe we'll be covering every angle. Until next time, stay strong, Cowboys Nation. The star is forever, and no matter what happens, we ride together.